Hey there, everybody. This is Jim from EDS and Hipstervention and ASAP, the Director of Education. Happy to be here today. In today's session on the MTSS platform, I'm going to show you or share with you how to go ahead and set up a class and make a referral to Tier 1. Remember, MTSS is a three-tiered program. Tier 1 is a large group, usually a whole class. Tier 2, you make strategies and best practices for a smaller group. And then Tier 3 is individualized instruction. But for today, like I said, we're going to focus on whole class, setting up a whole class and making some strategies for the whole class. You will always log in at hib.hipster.com. Get your username and password in there. Hit submit. And then you come over here to the Hipstervention platform. And you go ahead and click on the MTSS module down here. Simple enough so far. Now this is where you're going to see the actual pyramid for MTSS. And by the way, I think I told you in one of our prior sessions, MTSS stands for multi-tiered system of supports. Tier 1, whole class. Tier 2, small group. Tier 3, individualized instruction. So what you're going to do today, or what we're going to do, is set up a class. So click on Tier 1. Now this is a demo site, so I already have some classes in here. I can just open one up and share one with you, and so you can see what it looks like. This is Hipster High School, Class 3, and this is all the strategies they're going to try. There are that many students within the class, and that's what we're going to work on today. And then you can go ahead and attach documents as needed. But we're going to go back to the main page. And now to set up a class, the easiest thing to do is to click on this green plus sign over here on the far right. Clicking on that, you now see this is now ready for you to create a Tier 1 plan for a whole class. Now, if you already have classes in here, you can just drag and drop down. If you don't and you want to build one like we want to do in today's session, simply click on this pencil. And you can see the classes that you have loaded in there will show up here, but we're making a new one. So we're going to click right here. And now we're just going to name this class. Second period reading. And I'm going to hit save and continue. Notice when I hit save and continue, this highlights. And we don't have any students showing over here because, again, I'm hooked up to a demo site. So we have to go ahead and add our own students. Now, if I hit search, we probably can come up with some students, and it'll pop down here being a demo site. And there's what we have already in our demo sites. So you can create your class that way just as easy. And all you would do is just click on the students. And now you see Kayla is part of your second period reading class. Christopher, Isaiah, John Doe, and I'll come back up here and take Anna Smith. Now we just hit save and close. And now we can see our second period reading classes right here. And there's 5 students in there. I'm going to close that out. And now I'm going to come back to let's make a plan. Let's go ahead and make a plan for our whole class. In other words, we're going to use interventions for the whole class. Okay? And you know best as a classroom teacher what is necessary. And again, when we make this plan, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with having a whole bunch of strategies, nor do you want to overwhelm your students. So now that we have created a class, let's come up here and click on second period reading, what we just created, indicate the school that we have, and we'll just say that this is Wildwood. Now what you need to do is go ahead and say, okay, what strategies do I want to try with second period reading class? Now you can click on here and go through here and add your own if you want. Or you can go into our library, and now you're going to see the library has some already in here. I always think it's easiest and to save you a lot of time if you just click here. And let's just say that this whole class might be dealing with some anxiety issues. So I'm simply going to type in the word anxiety, hit search, and then all the strategies and best practices within our system that deal with anxiety pop up here. And you simply just go ahead and click here, and there's one. Let's put this one over here. So we're going to try for this whole class, period 2, second period reading, these 2 strategies. So now I'm just going to hit create the plan. And now you are now looking at what we're going to try with second period reading. The school is Wildwood. And here's our students that have come over here to be pre-populated or were populated in. Okay, now you can also add some additional information. And you can put anything you want here. Contacted the parents. Via email. And then down below here, you can indicate how long are you going to try these strategies for tier 1. And you would just simply come in here and just say, you know what, we're going to start on May 9th, and we're going to run these for a couple weeks. That question always comes up. How long should we try these? Well, listen, if they're not working after a week or 2, you need to circle back and think it over again and say, you know what, we might want to change these. And that's where you can go ahead and click on the edit to pre-referral. All right. Frequency and duration. Since this is a whole period and it's a reading class, you might want to just say this. And you're going to utilize these strategies as necessary throughout the whole class. Now, remember, with our programs, they do auto-save, but I always like to hit save and continue. And now we're ready to go ahead, and this is in use. So from May 9th to May 30th, these are the 2 strategies that you're going to try for second period reading class. And before I close out of this, notice what else you can do. You have the ability to upload documents. So if you see some paperwork or some work throughout the class that you want to save and maybe share later on, perhaps with another administrator or a principal or anybody like that, you can go ahead and upload documents. And you can upload single documents, or you can upload class documents, whatever you see best as far as that goes. I'm just going to upload a logo to show you how easy it is to upload that. Hit save and continue. Come up to general. And then down here, you can see your plans, submit to tier 2. And we're going to get to that in the next session. But that's how easy it is to go ahead and create a tier 1 whole group, whole class intervention strategy process. Okay. And when I hit save and close, it's going to take me back here. And now it's going to be saved. We're going to save it here for us in our system. Notice it's probably going to sit here under unsubmitted because I did not submit this to tier 2 yet. It's sitting in tier 1. It won't move. It won't move to tier 2 until you go ahead and work on it some more. But we can always go back and revisit it, and then you can go ahead and delete it or submit it to tier 2. Hope this session helped you out. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call our support team at 814-262-7400 or email them at support@hibreporting.com. They will be more than happy to help you out with the whole program. Thanks, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.